What's up fellow racers, and welcome to RaceX. Today I have managed to get my hands on a brand new 21 plate Volkswagen Tiguan. Now in this video I will mainly be reviewing the Tiguan in the life trim and how well it performs in its class, as well as a comparison to its rivals. If you enjoy car reviews, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. The same goes for motorsport fans, because I'm currently in the process of getting my National B racing license, which I will make a separate video for, kind of like a vlog to see what it's like to become a racing driver and how much money it's going to cost me. So subscribe to see the journey, because you know every car guy wants to race. So back to the Tiguan, which is one of the most successful family friendly SUVs and is actually cheaper than its premium rivals like the BMW X1 and the Volvo XC40, but that's not without its faults, which we will get into. As always, starting with the exterior, it does keep the same styling as its predecessor with very minor changes. With the life trim you get 18-inch wheels as standard, which is probably the best option in terms of comfort and looks. It doesn't have the aggressive R-line looks obviously, but it still doesn't look boring, just a tad basic. But you still get LED lights, one in the front and two in the rear as standard with this trim and above. Speaking of rear, you can't see the exhaust, but I guess you don't really need to with a plain SUV like this. But I did have a look below and there are two exhausts at the bottom. Onto the interior, the cabin is extremely roomy and comfortable, even for the passengers in the back. I'm not really a fan of driving SUVs, but I felt like I could drive this car for hours and hours without getting tired. Also, driving in the city is so easy because of the extremely light steering. You also get adjustable lumbar support for the front seats as standard for the life trim and above. You don't sit as high as you do in the Volvo XC40, and that might be okay for some, but you still do feel like you're driving an SUV. One key aspect of the life trim is that you get lovely regular buttons on the steering wheel instead of the annoying touchpads. They are far superior in terms of accuracy. The steering wheel itself looks very inviting to the driver, not just in terms of looks but also the accessibility of the car's features via the steering wheel. You can easily turn on features such as adaptive cruise control, volume changing, lane keeping assist, switching between options, driving data, etc. All the main features can be navigated by the steering wheel, but the main thing is that it is made easy and not a hassle. Moving on to the center of the cabin, contrary to its steering wheel, the climate control is all touch sensitive, which I do not like. In the time I drove this car, it was easy to adjust temperature, but the fan speed is the easier one to mess up. All Tiguans get an 8-inch touchscreen as standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The life trim and above will get you built-in sat-nav and front and rear parking sensors. The good thing that you need to know is that the standard screen is very responsive and you can easily have a play about and make your own little customizations to the car. On the bad news, the screen is slightly small by modern standards and is mounted a little low. You can obviously pay extra for a bigger screen. It is worth noting that the BMW X1 has an infotainment more user-friendly. It might be hard to tell on video, but I felt that the whole dash is slightly angled towards the driver, which is a good thing. Now I wouldn't be racing around this car anyway, but I found the best driving mode was comfort. Now in terms of the build quality, there are some of the hard scratchy plastic areas lower down in the cabin, but the main areas people usually touch are well refined. In the life trim, the seats feel well cushioned for comfortability. So it's not the most exciting interior, but I would give quality a thumbs up for its class. Its premium badge rivals obviously do have the classier interiors. The practicality side of things is great. The cup holders function with a button you press like so, although the plastic that holds the cup doesn't seem super sturdy, but it did seem to do well at holding this bottle of water during my drive. The glove compartment is average, but it is also cooled and opens slowly to minimize that harsh dangling drop. The door bins offer great space and there's a little pocket with a lid on the dash. I guess that makes use of the dash, as well as a nice place for your sunglasses on the ceiling. Let's not forget the space underneath the armrest as well, and the drawers underneath the seat. In fact, they are so well hidden that I actually forgot to take footage of them. What I'm saying is that there's loads of space in the car. In the back seats, the car is tall, so even if you're above 6 foot, this car offers plenty of headroom as well as legroom. The middle passenger might get a little pinched in between. The windows in the back are also electronic. They also go down fully, but most importantly they are big, offering really good visibility for everyone inside the car. Isofix child seat mounts are standard on the outer rear seats, and the central armrest is also a cup holder. The rear passengers also have the ability to control the temperature. The rear seats can also be folded down for extra space. One great thing to notice is that there is a low level of lift or lip, making it easier to slide out luggage. Moving on to engines, this particular model I drove is a 1.5 TSI petrol engine, semi-automatic gearbox with 150 brake. You can also get the 2-litre diesel offering slightly better economy, but this particular engine is probably all a family man or woman would need. Its performance isn't exciting, but it's not a slacker either. And if you wanted to know, for this engine, the road tax is £150. The automatic petrol is very responsive, and though it may not be an exhilarating experience, it is also not a slacker, making it perfect for a family. With this 1.5 you will be expecting an MPG of around 40.6, which isn't too bad. There are obviously bigger engines available with more power as you go up the line, with the Tiguan R offering a 2-litre engine and 320 brake horsepower. Finally, in terms of cost, the live trim comes in at just under £28,000. It costs more than the equivalent Seat Ateca or Skoda Kodiaq, but costs less than the similarly equipped BMW X1 or Volvo XC40. If you get this car brand new, it's worth noting that it will almost likely depreciate quicker than its premium rivals. I think the live trim is a good option because the next R-Line trim is over £32,000, which is quite a jump, but you do get more extras. So overall, the new Tiguan is a great standard family SUV packed with a lot of equipment. It is extremely popular, and it is clear to see why. It's probably bang on in the middle of the spectrum between cheap and luxury, but the car gets a nice pass from me. If you have enjoyed this review, please leave a thumbs up, but make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification for the latest car reviews and racing news. Let me know what you think of the Tiguan, and I'll see you in the next review. Peace out.